I don't often tell this story, but I will, just because you're all special and this is now. As a very young woman, when I was misguided or misled, more naughty or cheeky, I actually was engaged to an Olympic athlete, and he is an Olympian who won some medals in diving, into a pool from whatever. Anyway, he had a very bad accident at one of the competitions leading up to the Olympics. And he had a Chinese coach that was really committed to sports psychology and to visualization and to what is now neuroscience in sports. And even back then, I used to create for him vision boards about that motivated and inspired him. Anyway, whilst he lay in this particular hotel, after he got out of hospital, he was actually away from home and from where the Australian Institute of Sports is based for swimming and diving. And his coach literally made him feel what it would feel like to do the perfect dive. Now, he didn't do a yeah, because that particular Chinese coach would not have coped with a yeah, right? Back in those days, this is a long time ago, they were pretty fierce. And he practiced that in his body, and he felt which muscles would fire. And he literally came out with no training, unheard of for an Olympian, and performed perfect dives at the World Championships. And all he did was practice it in his mind, because he couldn't, because his back was actually preventing him from doing any of the training in the lead up. And most people, when I tell that story, which is very, very, very rarely, what I don't get the opportunity to say was, it wasn't that he imagined himself doing the perfect dive, it was that he felt himself doing the perfect dive. And that's actually what caused him to be an Olympian. You have to be a pretty interesting kind of human being to want to be the best in the world. Some people wake up and they go, oh, I want to be the best I can be in my local community, or I want to be the best I can be at my school. Or most people don't wake up and go, I'm going to be the best in the world. That's a whole different kind of craziness. And it's a whole different kind of patience and persistence, because it usually takes 16 years or 24 years. You know all the stories of all the Olympians. That's a long time and a lot of injury to get over, a lot on the journey. So I want to encourage you, go find out what it costs to get on that cruise ship to Alaska. Go find out what it actually costs you to hire that aeroplane. Like, you've all heard this before, I know you have. Lots of the greats say this. Anthony Robbins, Jack Canfield. I haven't worked with Anthony Robbins, I've worked with Jack Canfield. They say you must take action immediately. So promise me, if you can't take action tonight, that you'll take action first thing in the morning. Just one tiny little thing that advances you in the direction of and sends a message to the universe that you are serious. The universe actually hears you. It feels you when you're serious. And it actually does drive Cameron completely bananas. It annoys him. But if I have an inspired idea, I am literally completely gripped for a couple of minutes until I take action on it. I'm not joking. When I have an inspired idea, I take action immediately. I'll be in the middle of doing something in the kitchen and I will literally walk away. Something could be on fire and I'll go and take action on it. I can't help it. I'm that wired these days. And as a consequence, people go, wow, how did that all fall into place? I go, I don't know, the universe did it all for me. I just took the first action as fast as I could, as soon as I could. And that's what I want to leave you with, because that's actually how you truly do end up achieving more than you could possibly imagine. And that the universe just seems to somehow create this exquisite magic. I want to get on that cruise ship in San Francisco and come all the way to Sydney and go via every single island on the way. And it's something ridiculous, like 60 days at sea. But in order for me to be there and enjoy that, everything else needs to fall into place to make that happen. And it will. Because I imagine what I'm going to feel like when I'm drinking a glass of bubbles in Tahiti. And all I need to do is practice that feeling and stay committed and see and just take action, and voila, you'll be witness to it. And thank you.